This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
We're presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Dan for a special offer when you sign up. That's code Dan, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Why are you laughing, Jessica? What are you laughing about? I saw right before you started laughing that you were very eager and enthusiastic and trying to get going a pickleball game. And as you tried to get it going, you were very excited. Chris Whittingham just hit you over the shoulder walking out of the room with, "I'm not here this weekend."
Well, he's not invited then. He's not allowed to play with us. Only serious pickleballers. We were about to go live, though, and Chris Cody said under his breath to the room, "You guys got to see this video of these hippos going after it."
Getting after it. They were fighting, though. I think they thought I was meant, like, sexually, which would also maybe be interesting. But I'm not talking about that. I saw this video. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know if it's like people being around hippos, because, like, there doesn't seem to be a wall.
Like in a tiki hut.
It's like a tiki hut. So these hippos could just turn and start eating all these people, but instead they're fighting. And it is just...
They won't eat you, but they will kill you. Like,
it's
they're
just
hugely
these two
dangerous animals.
They have these two giant animals, like, their mouths are wide open, and they're just running at each other with their mouths open, and it's just... I usually love watching animal fights, and this is, like, really uncomfortable.
Could they be playing?
This
like
is not-
dogs play like that sometimes, trying to bite each other, and it's just a game, you know?
Billy, do you want to play pickleball?
One of them just
How much
shit
does it
himself in the
cost?
middle of the fight, too.
It's free.
No, but like the equipment. How much am I investing to get
I'll
in
pay
on
for
this?
the equipment.
Oh, wow.
You were very excited to hear that Stugotz had just played pickleball recently.
I tried it once. I played singles. I think it's more of a doubles game. I was exhausted afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like real life ping pong. It's a smaller version of tennis, you know?
Yeah, it's like tennis and badminton combined. So I
Yeah.
played this weekend with my friend Jenny. She lives down here. We went and found these pickleball courts. I hunted all over the interwebs to find pickleball courts in Miami. Then I found this very helpful Miami Herald article that had a list of all the pickleball courts. So we found one that we liked that was free, very important, and then we went. And it was like, at this point, it was 10 a.m., 10:30 by the time we got there. So we played for like an hour and a half, and it was like 120 degrees out.
Yeah, very
We were
hot.
like, you know what? We're going to come back tomorrow now that we're getting a lay of the land. So we went back on Sunday, and we played for like 4 hours. We got there early. We outlasted like several groups of pickleballers who came through and played probably like three matches, her and me. Like, I won the first one, she won the second one. Then we played like a rubber match.
We're getting a very
I
detailed
won.
tour
Wait, so
of
you're
your
playing
pickleball.
you're playing singles here.
We were playing singles,
because
but then
singles is difficult.
it is very difficult because you're
Yes.
running all over the place.
Right.
And we were still kind of getting our footing because we didn't really know the rules that well. There's this thing called the kitchen. You can't overhand hit in the kitchen. You can't step in the kitchen. It's like the crease in hockey. You got to stay out of the kitchen, I guess, which is what people usually tweet
Well,
at me.
the
Ironically
ball has
enough.
to bounce in the kitchen first, right?
I don't think I don't think it has to bounce.
I think
in
if
the
it
kitchen.
bounces in the kitchen, then you can play.
No, I think it. I don't think.
You know
that's-
who the pickleball expert is? Remember Bruce?
Oh,
Used to
yeah.
work here. Bruce used
Big
to
hands?
do pickleball once a week. Yeah, when his community, it was
Ham
a
hands.
55 plus community. Yeah, Bruce was a big pickleballer.
I mean-
He would tell us about it all the time. And Dan, you'll find this interesting. K-Funk approached me and Stugotz not too long ago and said that we should have a pickleball podcast because it's catching on.
Yeah.
Bruce had a
We laughed at
mean
him.
backhand with those hands.
Yeah.
I think Dan is wondering to himself, who is K-Funk?
Also, who's Bruce?
I think the audience is wondering who's Bruce.
They remember Bruce.
Bruce
He
is
was on a mystery
someone
crate.
who I would say, while working here for ESPN, was asleep 70% of the time.
I imagine when he plays pickleball, he just plays with his hands.
Yep.
No paddle.
Jess mentioned getting the lay of the land. Where's the best lay of the land to get? It's a vacation lay of the land, right? When you're on vacation, you finally got...
go on a little walk.
You got to see where everything is, how to get to everything, where you get some privacy, a little dog walker. Yeah.
Cruise lay of the land, also a good one.
I'm still getting my lay of the land in Miami.
Really?
It's Miami Springs DMV really.
So you got it on the pickleball court before Miami.
It's a smaller
Well,
court.
so yesterday we went back to the pickleball court and we played for like 4 hours. And after our third match, we were like, all right, we're done. It's so hot out, and the court makes everything hotter because the heat's just coming straight up at your face. And then this guy kind of came out of nowhere, and he was like, "Do you guys want to play with us? We'll play me versus you two." And we hadn't played doubles together yet. And Jenny's a former soccer player, so like, you know, we're both like pretty athletic, but pickleball's not our thing, Dan. So he played against us, and he actually knew the rules and had been playing for a while. So he was putting spin on his ball, like he was playing real low, like barely getting it over the net. So then you're like hustling up to the front, hit it back. It was really hard. So he dusted our asses, Dan. We lost 2 games to him, 11-0. Jenny and I are no longer speaking. We're not friends anymore. I'm never going to talk to her again. And so now I need a new pickleball partner. So I'm asking all of you.
When you guys get a lay of the land, I like to do that solo. I feel like when I have a lay of the land situation, I can't do it with others.
Right.
Just kind of get in the way. I need to kind of go out and traverse the land on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you do lays of the land? What are the various places that Billy will arrive someplace and he's got to take some inventory? Honey, I got to go alone. I can't have anyone. No family time here. I need to go lay the land.
Well, it depends, right? So, like, if it's somewhere you have to be there at least a couple of days, or if it's like an event, something that's going to take 10 plus hours, where you go and you have to take a lay of the land, know everything you want to do, know all the exits, know kind of everything. And you can't insultingly say, hey, I'm going to take a lay of the land. Sometimes it's, hey, I'm going to go get some ice, or hey, I'm going to go do this errand. And then you do a quick scouting out of the situation.
But Bill, you don't do it once you get there. Like the Atlantis is a good place to get a lay of the land. You just gotta, hey, the first time I was there, I was like, hey, I gotta see where everything is, go check it out. And I did it under the umbrella of, hey, because I don't want you guys looking around for everything.
Yeah, but you can set out to get a lay of the land, but you usually don't get it until like your 4th day there. And then you're like, now I know. There's usually a point on a vacation where you're like, now I know where I am. Now I know the hotel's that way. I know we got to go this way for that. And then you can say to yourself, I now have a lay of the land.
No.
Whereas you go out that first day, you want it. You're real eager. You want to get it. But you're like, damn, where do I go again? You don't have the lay of the land yet.
Well, that's because you're doing it wrong. You need to get the lay of the land so that you have it. Boom. Day 1, you go out there, you say, listen, enjoy a drink, do whatever. I'm going to go scout this out, and then
everyone else is having fun. Billy's just, I'm going to walk around.
Exactly right. Yeah, you need to go so that you know where everything, because that's how you maximize the fun. The way you're describing it, it takes you 4 days to figure out where everything is, and by then, vacation's already over. You've spent 4 days getting a lay of the land naturally.
Maps, so I'm able to find my way around.
Billy gets right to the fun. I mean, that's it. He gets right to the fun.
You do the hard work on the front end, so then you have maximum fun on the back end.
Baby, can you explain to me why it is that you're lying to your wife about
not lying? It's a
going to get a lay of the land. No, I'm saying if you're going to get a lay of the land, it's like I'm going to get ice when you don't need ice. That's a lie.
I always need ice. Come on, you always need ice when you go to the room.
You come back with ice, of course, after you get the lay of the land.
Well, and sometimes when you go to get ice, I don't know if you ever get a lay of the ice layout on hotels or whatever, but you want to make sure.
I need to know where the ice machine is.
Not just that, I need to make sure that the floor I'm on has the best ice machine. You know what I mean? So maybe you go up a floor, you go down a floor, and you want to see.
How many buckets of ice are you getting?
Well, it's not that. It's just like for convenience also, because sometimes it'll say that where the ice is where the vending machines are. And then if there's no vending machine, it's like, well, wait a minute. Did I get on a floor with no vending machines? Let me go up a floor. Let me go up 2 floors. And then you check 4 or 5 floors to see if there's vending machines. And if there are, then you check to see which are the good vending machines that has what it is that I like. So then when I need something, I'm not scrambling. I know, hey, boom, just go into the elevator, hit number 7. That's where I get the Snickers bar that I want. Boom, then go back down, and I could get some ice at the same time, back to the room.
So you're the one person using these vending machines.
Yeah.
You guys are using a hotel. Who uses a hotel vending machine?
If you
stay if anything, you go down to the lobby and go to the little gift shop in the lobby and get the overpriced.
No, but those close at like 7 o'clock. Right. And if you're staying at a hotel where they don't have 24/7 room service, you need to know where the snacks are.
I mean,
you do.
You guys need to go to like a late night pizza place. Like, who's going to a vending machine on vacation?
Well, me. I mean,
I'll hit up the CVS on the way there and I'll pack my snacks because it's going to be cheaper than if I were to go to the vending machine.
Munchies or munchies.
I love getting snacks on vacation. I feel like I always eat the best snacks on vacation.
Do you guys ever get the lay of the land before you actually get to the place where you can get the lay of the land? I use the Google Maps, the little orange person thing where you drag and drop them and you start looking through the cities and you start double clicking streets. Like, oh yeah, when I make the right turn here, then you make the left. And I look for landmarks on Google Maps. Before I went to London, I basically knew all of London.
Lay of the landmarks with you. You just you do a lot of research. You are meticulous about it.
He's trying to get escape routes for something. I just haven't gotten down to it.
I miss when AAA used to like have. I mean, I guess they probably still do. Dark. But you don't have it anymore. When AAA used to send you the guidebook, you'd be like, hey, I'm going to South Carolina. AAA, can you send me the South Carolina guidebook? And it tells you everything that you need to see in South Carolina. You get a nice big South Carolina map if you're going to drive there from Florida. Oh, it was great. But now Waze is existing, and all you have to do is put in the address. And like, you're going to be there.
It must stink to be Triple H when people are talking about AAA, because it's just like you always think they're about to say your name. AAA. Not finishing. Nope. AAA. He's like, huh? Oh, not me. Okay.
Is the therapy couch working? Is the therapy couch something that we can go to?
Who are you sending there?
Well, Billy's back, and he's clearly got a lot on his mind, and he's got a lot of thoughts. He hasn't been talking very much into a microphone.
Lay in the land.
And so I want to give him another microphone
back to Triple H, AAA
so that he can go and lay on
That was pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was.
Okay, let's let him have it.
What's that? Oh,
let's let him have it. Let's let him have it.
No, I'm Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's my mistake.
Hey, AAA. What? Oh, damn it. You were saying AAA again.
The car looks fine.
Dan, do you get it? It's because it's triple. If you keep going with AAA.
Yeah, no, explain to me the nuances and layers
Did the English call him Triple H?
Wow, it's a good question.
Right before we went on, I don't know how this ended up in Stugotz's lap, but he was giggling to himself. And all I heard him say was the actor who played Shooter McGavin.
Christopher McDonald.
This is one of those things. I hate it when things go viral all over again.
He's getting to it late.
I'm getting it late.
I want to have a Twitter account that's just like, nope, seen that already. It happened 6 months ago and it became viral then.
Okay,
but I have that Twitter account blocked off. You can't have it.
He was arrested for a DUI. Now, sometimes this information comes out late after you're arrested for a DUI.
No, you got to it late.
5 years later?
You're getting to a story that went viral this weekend that was not a fresh news story. But you want to tell people before, Mike, are things moving this fast in life? Are they moving this fast in life that Mike Ryan has to tell us that something is old when somebody is getting to it for the first time? Tell the people who might not know this story what you were talking about with the actor who plays Shooter McGavin, even though we are 5 years late to this story.
I will. Listen, I don't want to bury anyone here. I will only say that I got it off the list of the funniest things from the sports weekend, so I'm just letting you know.
You are burying. You didn't have to say any of that. It's you're absolutely removing the blame from where it stands, which is it was interesting to you.
Right.
Why are you burying anyone else around here?
I have no idea. That was a terrible job by me. But anyway, Shooter McGavin got arrested for DUI, and he told the officer he was in Happy Gilmore. And it just made me laugh because what else is he going to tell the officer? And that's his go-to. How many times do you think he's used that example? Like, hey, because what else is he going to say?
Since 2017 when this happened?
Yes.
I don't know.
Let's do funniest things from
in my
the sports
defense,
weekend.
it was trending this weekend on Twitter. I don't know what happened.
It must have gone on Facebook. So my friend Charlotte Wilder saw Paul Rudd on a plane once, and it went viral. Like hundreds of thousands of people retweeted this, and then she ended up seeing him like later on in the Chiefs locker room. And then last week, out of nowhere, someone like took a Photoshop of all her tweets and like put them together and posted it on Facebook, and it went viral on Facebook last week, even though it happened 3 years ago at the AFC Championship game. So people like our fans, I think some of them saw it on Facebook and started tweeting it at me, and they're like, you should talk about this on the show. Well, I guess I am, but the thing happened years ago. It just went re-viral on Facebook. And so people who hadn't seen it before go viral on Twitter now are finding it and think that it just happened. But like it's literally from like 2000.
We don't have to shame anyone for not having the information of the moment. Mike, you are much faster than the rest of us.
People should be shamed for this.
Okay. But Billy, I would like for you, because you haven't been at a microphone for a very long time, to welcome you back because you're in full yammering mode and we're a bit crowded today. Please go to the therapy couch. I've been told it's been reinstalled. It's been fixed out there. We got it. We wrestled it away from ESPN. Go to the therapy couch and go talk to the therapist about whatever it was on vacation, how you were wronged, or where it is that you were hurt, or where the show failed you, and get it all out so that you can feel better about yourself and about the fact that the therapy couch is now back in play. I wanted to ask you guys, off of the story that is serious from the weekend, Stugotz, in sports, and this is an awkward segue because Aqib Talib's brother, and I don't know what is most recent here on his warrant and arrest. His brother Yaqub is being looked for because of a shooting in a 9 and under game that killed a coach. I think he was a former NFL player named Mike Hickman. And, appalling on a number of different levels, a youth football game escalating to the point where something like that ends up happening. And I don't know what other details to add to this story. The report by TMZ is that Tlaib himself, Aqib Tlaib, was there around the shooting at a youth football game that ended the life of Mike Hickman.
Yeah, there's videos circulating in which I couldn't see Aqib Tlaib in the actual video. The video has sound of the incident in question that tragically took this coach's life, but right now it's all internet conjecture. They are looking for Aqib Tlaib's brother, who is connected to this. Aqib was reportedly at the scene. In his career, he has been near other firearms going off.
Yeah, he's told us the story on Highly Questionable. We don't need to play it again, about gunplay being something that was pretty common in his family, and he is on the rise. He has been somebody that has had an uncomfortable relationship with violence his entire time in the league. People are afraid of Tlaib. They have been in that sport. It's pretty rare to have a guy that other guys are afraid of.
In 2016, he reportedly shot himself because a gun went off, kind of like the Plaxico style type of deal. It's been a part of him, and this is, while he's not reportedly the person that pulled the trigger, at least not yet, it's still a very concerning thing to happen, especially for any person. But Aqib kind of dug himself out of that in terms of public perception, and now, on the heels of reportedly agreeing to this Amazon deal, he's on the site of a tragic killing.
And being a rising announcer in the game because people like him and like that he doesn't quite sound like everybody else. Mike, I wanted to ask you about, segueing awkwardly from that, and we'll give you more information when we get more information there. You were against, you thought it was a bad idea for us to perform the musical.
Yes.
And now I heard you last week talking about wanting us as a show to perform the musical.
Yeah, because we are entering the big game into the Grammys. We wanted to be one of the available options for voters for Best Musical Theater Album. And we have to do things. I need to get the publicist of the person that put out this Chris McDonald DUI, because I need this album to go viral once again. It was a very insular project. For as much as we tried to cast a wider net by making it football, it was loved, adored by our fans, but it didn't quite break through. We're going to have to put ourselves in uncomfortable spots if we want this project to grow and hopefully get a Grammy nomination. One of the ideas posited was, hey, let's lean on some of our connects and perform this live on a talk show. But my chief concern is we sound like shit live. It's a good album because we touched up a lot of these vocals. And then I was reminded, Mike, have you seen any pop performances over the last 20 years? They're all touched up live. No one cares anymore. So if that's the case, we can absolutely perform this live and still sound kind of good. They can live tune on the site. So we can actually perform this and grow the project and get it out there in front of Recording Academy members that this is an album that you should vote for when it comes to Best Musical Theater Album.
You need a second buzz is what you need.
I need a second buzz.
Yeah, I understand.
Right now, the best we got is the instrumentals from the big game will be our rejoin music for the foreseeable future. So you can remind yourself of all the great hits from the big game when we come back from commercial breaks in the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz podcast.
And hopefully that makes you go to your favorite streaming provider and listen to the album again and tell your friends about it. And if you so happen to run, I don't know if I can say this over the air, just raise awareness. Just, if there so happen to be a Recording Academy member around you, just say, hey, there's this great album in the musical theater category that I think you should listen to. I'm raising awareness.
We need a two-pronged approach here. We need to make this go viral on Facebook to get the older crowd We need to make it go
The
viral
older
on
crowd.
TikTok to get the younger crowd. We need people doing duets to the instrumental versions of our song.
All right.
And as of today, I am on that.
Dan, how do you feel about that, doing it live?
Wildly uncomfortable.
But live performances famously don't have any impact on the rest of the trajectory of your career. Just look at Ashley Simpson.
Yep.
I don't know why Mike changed his mind so violently here. You thought it was laughable the first time I suggested to you the idea of performing that.
Mike, what made me comfortable doing it was knowing that no one was watching. It was just you, and you being there was fun. You guided me along a little bit, and I was comfortable in that environment. I don't know if I'd be comfortable in a live environment. In fact, I'm telling you right now, I would not. I'll do it for you because you need that second buzz, but I just feel like this isn't going to go very well. That's all.
We have no chance of doing this well as a show, even though Jessica sings well and Roy
Thank you.
sings well. I think every other voice was wildly distorted. I think everyone else here, Mike might not be a below average singer, but the rest of us, everybody else, below average.
I'm the greatest of all.
Not
bad.
being there. And then all of a sudden, Stugotz every day was like, "Hey, buddy, enjoy your vacation. I don't want to talk to you anymore." And then next day, I'd get yet another call from him saying, "Hey, we got Jake Plummer. We got to record with him tomorrow." And I'd be like, "Okay, but can someone else do it? Because I'm on vacation." And every day he's like, "No, enjoy your vacation. I'm not going to talk to you anymore." But the next day, I'd get another call and then another call. And I got to be honest with you, I don't understand why I'm holding this microphone with a mic flag on it, Doc, if this was supposed to be just between me and you. It's a bit strange, and I feel like maybe you're not the only one that can hear what's going on. But, yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, can I just enjoy my family time, my time away? And I was like, no.
You can't expect me to sing a song on Jimmy Kimmel.
Can you get us on Kimmel? If anybody's listening,
I'll sing
out
if
there,
you get us on Kimmel.
If you guys are booking musical acts for your late night talk shows, or if you may have some famous friends in Hollywood with a lot of influence that may know some other talk show hosts quite personally, please let them know that we are open for business. I'm talking Daily Show. I'm talking Fallon. I'm talking... No, I'm not talking that dude with the carpool karaoke's where I draw the line.
You're not willing to do that?
Dan, if you're not going to do it, I'll sing your part. Nothing stops the NFL. LA.
I think we'd be doomed. I don't think that this would help us, our chances of winning anything here.
Wait a minute, it's the Walk of Fame. The big game. But the traffic is bad on La Brea. Come on, whatever.
Yeah, that's about how I expect it to go.
Helpfully talk about lay of the land, and then I leave and they're talking about performing a musical live, and I got to be honest with you, I sang the words like once. I don't remember any of the songs that I was in, and now they're expecting me to do this in front of people. I don't really want to do that, but I don't know how to say no, which is why I get myself into half of these predicaments, because I can't say no to things, and I get uncomfortable, and then I get angry, and it's like, why did I end up here? And it's like, just say no sometimes, Billy. You can do it, but I can't, because time comes and I freeze up, and I just always say yes to things, even if I want the answer to always be no. And I don't know how to get out of these things, but I really don't remember the words to the song. And then I remember they were talking about selling the album. I was like, oh, wow, maybe I'm going to get something on the back end of that. And then I didn't sign anything, but here we are selling songs that I sang in. And who do I talk to? I don't have an agent. Should I look into an agent? Like, who represents me in this?
Stugotz here for my friends over at Simply Safe. Home security isn't a game. No, it's not, but a lot of companies act like it is, trying to upsell and overcharge you every chance they get. This is why I use and trust Simply Safe Home Security. They are different. Simply Safe is advanced technology that puts the safety of me and my family first. Easy to set up. If I can do it, anyone can. There are no long-term contracts, no hidden fees, and the peace of mind that I get with Simply Safe Home Security is second to none. Simply Safe monitoring agents truly care about your well-being and are highly trained to help you keep calm and safe during stressful situations, staying on the line with you until help arrives. How about that? For caring and peace of mind. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafe.com/DLB. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafe.com/DLB. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Dan Le Batard.
I mean, they used to call me Chris Karaoke.
Stugotz.
That back row is bringing it today.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz. Hey, people. Tell us what in the sport made you laugh hardest this weekend. It is a segment we call What Made You Laugh This Weekend. Ha ha ha!
Funniest thing from the sports weekend is presented by our friends at CBD MD.
Chris Cody, what do you have for us? What was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
JJ Watt taking to the internet because he found a baby rattlesnake in his bathroom.
That's not funny. That's terrifying.
It was just funny because it's like, that's the last place I'd go is make a Twitter video. I'd probably freak out and call animal control.
He was asking what he was supposed to do with it. What is the advice there? I guess we'll get some from Ron McGill, but if you find a baby rattlesnake in your bathroom, look at Whittingham. Whittingham is disgusted and scared.
It's horrifying. A snake in your bathroom? That's the thing that you see. I've seen on the internet before, but the notion of a snake crawling through your toilet and being there as you sit down, it sounds like the most terrifying thing that could ever happen.
I don't think that's where I didn't assume the rattlesnake was in the toilet.
It was just in the bathroom, I think.
I mean, that's everyone's fear, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. Is the snake in the toilet everyone's fear?
But when you get the rat, okay, even if it's not in the toilet, you just close the door and leave, right? You pack a bag and never. Well, I mean, perhaps never return. Perhaps you know what? I think JJ Watt should have walked in and demanded a trade. That's what he should have done.
I think Mike Trout told us, Billy, that he found the rattlesnake in his house and he sold it.
Yeah, Mike Trout told us that he was renting. He had a snake in the house, and then he just assumed if there's one, there's more, and he broke the lease and he left the house and never went back. I think, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this and don't follow my advice on this. I think if you burn down your house after you found a snake inside, that insurance covers it. They're like, it's fine, there was a snake inside, like, we get it.
I think it depends on your insurance.
Or the state.
This kind of goes along with Tony's dilemma last week on Mystery Crate. He was driving home from work and there was a cockroach in his cup holder. We told him he should turn his car back in and get a new one. Or light it on fire.
What if you try to make friends with it by getting like a kid rattle and like shh?
That's a good question.
Shaking it at it, like try talking to it, like I come in peace. Shh.
But if you do it the wrong way and it's like takes it as aggressive,
tries to mate with you.
Whittingham, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Manchester United, just all of it. Lost 4-0 away at Brentford, who were newly promoted to the Premier League 2 years ago.
What are you laughing about, Billy?
Currently rock bottom of the English Premier League.
United?
Yeah.
Are they laughing at United? I'm trying to figure out.
Billy, you got to tell us what you're laughing
talking
about.
about snake wieners. He said that he shakes the rattle and all of a sudden the little red thing comes out and then said, there's red too.
Just imagine animals that I don't know what their dick looks like. I imagine like a little red thing pops out.
Yeah, like a dog.
Yeah, Woody gets it.
There are too many people here today.
I'll leave.
Whittingham, you were saying?
Yeah, it was Man United, whatever.
Man, you.
Guillermo, funniest thing from the sports weekend?
The Red Devils.
David Cohn on the Yankees-Red Sox game was described Roger Clemens. I guess he came out on the screen and said, the Rockets eating well.
Boy, is he ever.
Was Roger looking hefty, looking thick?
Oh, my God.
I mean, that one was pretty predictable, though, no?
You saw it coming.
I mean, even during his playing days, he got up there.
He was thick,
Yeah, he got up there.
Yeah.
Jessica, funniest thing from the sports weekend?
There was this little boy at the White Sox game, and he was eating a giant hot dog, and he took his eye off the prize, and the hot dog fell on the floor, and he was so upset.
Lost the
It
glizzy.
was pretty funny.
Mike Ryan, what do you got?
Chris McDonald, the actor most known for playing Shooter McGavin, he actually got pulled over the weekend. And then he told police officers that, hey, I was in Happy Gilmore.
He was going to do it if you didn't. If you hadn't beaten him to it. He's scrambling right now trying to find the new funniest thing because he was going to do it to you first.
Conti and Tuchel.
I heard him. This is a soundproof room, and I heard him in here. He said, "I'm going Shooter McGavin."
I did.
That would have been way funnier. I'm sorry.
And then he
should've talked.
said, "Unless someone takes it."
I didn't think you would take
and my
it.
response was, "No one's going to take that."
Yeah, you were a much better person for that joke.
Stugotz.
I don't have anything.
That's it? Okay, he stole yours. I want to talk. It's not the weekend, technically, but that Harry Carey hologram.
Weird.
So wonderful.
Hi, everybody. I love a glizzy.
It has become such a shitty impersonation.
Maybe you should stop going to it.
I wasn't going to it there.
So bad.
It seemed like you were going
What is
straight
happening?
to it. Yeah.
We got a spillage. We got
Again,
spillage.
I wanted to get attention away from my impersonation.
By the way, also don't burn down your house if there's a snake in it. Like that was a joke. I feel like it has to be said.
Thank you, Billy. Why are you now putting in insurance liabilities on this?
There are too many people back there.
I know.
I mean, Billy is just, I think that was a cool thing for Billy to do because people will listen to anything. And every insurance policy is different. And it might be covered under some insurance policies, but it might not be covered. Mine did cover it. I tried it.
It wasn't clear to everyone that Billy was joking about the advice.
No.
It wasn't obvious to all that was something that he didn't mean. Okay. If you have to explain the joke that way, you have to explain it.
I feel like I could stab Whitty in the neck with a knife and he would react less panicked than if I spilled water on his laptop.
That's a lot of water.
I want to re-examine for a moment what happened there where you are leaking confidence on your impersonation. I told Jessica last week she did something brave because the impersonations are the hardest place to go. And that impersonation by you has gotten less and less confident every time you've done it until now the remains of the Harry Carey impersonation leak confidence and water over a computer that just got wrecked because you didn't have the confidence to be the hologram of Harry Carey.
I had too much confidence. I did the impression and then I swung the mic away from me like with a victory, and it spilled water on him. How's this going?
Over the weekend, I was saying to myself in the house, just,
Plus, it's a company computer.
That was it. It stopped right
just
there.
not Harry Carey. Chris is Harry Carey. Just, It made me laugh when he kept going to it because that's all he has. Kind of.
Hi, everybody.
I think my favorite part is that he says "Hi, everybody" when he famously said "Hey."
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
It is.
There, we found it.
It is.
You're back.
It would be so hard.
Hi. And just you changing it to from "Hi" to "Hi, everybody." Just and then inevitably
You were walking around your house doing this?
It makes me laugh how bad it is. Just, that's all he has now.
But your mouth right now is doing what like the Simpson lips do when they blow in the wind. Like
my little half moon.
Okay. Again, I want to get back to this idea because the Field of Dreams game already, I'm guessing, less charming than it was ratings-wise the first time that it happened.
Got big numbers, though.
Again, it did?
Yeah.
This one got the same kind of big numbers that the last one got, the White Sox game from last year?
It got very big numbers, yes. Did very well.
But not what
last year's did, yes, but still got big numbers.
How do we feel about MLB?
All I know is that Jeremy's back here, and he's just like, it did not get big numbers.
There's no way it did. I'm a Cubs
telling
fan.
you
And
right
I can
now
only
it did.
name like
Two
two
bad
Cubs
teams.
players.
Look it up.
Okay, we're looking it up, Stugotz.
Thank you.
And when it gets looked up, why is it that why would you be comfortable making that up, Stugotz?
It's down nearly half from a year ago.
Yeah, but it was the highest rated baseball game, I think, of the year, wasn't it?
According to at Sports Business, Major League Baseball and Fox Sports posted a sharp ratings decline for the league's second Field of Dreams game held on August 11th in Dyersville, Iowa, further signaling that likely end of the event,
Well,
at least
reading.
for the time being.
To Stugotz's point, it was the highest rated baseball game of the season. 3.1 million viewers. However, it was down 2.8 million viewers from a year ago.
They canceled the event.
Yeah, they're
the highest rated baseball game of the season.
Yeah, they're not doing it next year, but they're also doing a bunch of enhancements. And they're going to turn that area into a big sports complex.
Oh,
Why? Oh, please.
No one's going to Iowa for that, okay? It's a kitschy thing that you go to once a year. That's it. Get over yourself, Iowa.
How did you guys feel about the reporting before the Harry Carey hologram was that it was awkward and potentially offensive, possibly offensive. I just thought it was creepy and haunting.
It was that. I also realized that the Harry Carey is very close to my Hank Hill. All I got to do is change my voice a little bit, like, oh. See, it's Hank Hill. Oh.